Alright, let's dive into something that's been blowing up online lately: Leonardo DiCaprio and Jeff Bezos teaming up for a massive $200 million wildlife conservation initiative. Sounds like a win for the planet, right? Well, not everyone's popping the champagne. In fact, a lot of people are calling this out as greenwashing, and personally, I think there's a lot more to unpack here than just the surface-level story. First off, let's talk about the project itself. DiCaprio's Wild and Bezos Earth Fund launched the Phoenix Species Project, aiming to save over 100 species from extinction. On paper, this is huge. I mean, who wouldn't want to see endangered species get a second chance? But here's where it gets tricky. What many people don't realize is that Bezos' Amazon has been under fire for years over its environmental impact. Data centers, deforestation, worker exploitation, the list goes on. So, when Bezos steps into the conservation game, it raises a deeper question: is this genuine concern for the planet, or is it a PR move to distract from Amazon's less than stellar track record? Now, let's bring Leo into the mix. The guy's been a vocal advocate for climate action for decades. He's donated millions, produced films like Don't Look Up, and even flew in a private jet to pick up an environmental award. Yes, you read that right. And that's where the hypocrisy comes in. One thing that immediately stands out is the disconnect between his actions and his message. I get it, private jets are convenient, but when you're trying to lead the charge on environmentalism, these little details matter. It's like, if you take a step back and think about it, how can you be the face of conservation while contributing to the very problems you're trying to solve? What makes this really interesting is the public's reaction. People aren't just shrugging this off. They're calling it out as performative, even propaganda. One comment that stuck with me was, as soon as people realize and actually feel the effects of what those rich FS did to our planet, they suddenly start their greenwashing campaign. Ouch. But there's truth in that sting. In my opinion, this partnership feels like a band-aid on a bullet wound. Sure, $200 million is a lot of money, but when you're dealing with systemic issues like deforestation and corporate greed, it's not enough to just throw cash at the problem. From my perspective, the real issue here isn't just about Leo or Bezos, it's about the bigger trend of billionaires stepping into philanthropy. What this really suggests is that the ultra-wealthy are trying to rewrite their legacies while maintaining the systems that made them rich in the first place. It's like, hey, look at this good thing I'm doing, while ignoring the harm their businesses cause. A detail I find fascinating is how this mirrors other billionaire initiatives, like Elon Musk's SpaceX or Bill Gates's global health projects. They all seem to follow the same playbook: make a splashy announcement, get some good press, and hope people forget about the less glamorous parts of their empires. But here's the thing, we shouldn't forget. Personally, I think we need to hold these figures accountable, not just for their philanthropic efforts, but for the full scope of their impact. If Leo and Bezos want to be taken seriously as conservationists, they need to address the root causes of the problems they're trying to solve. That means rethinking business practices, reducing carbon footprints, and maybe, just maybe, leaving the private jets on the ground. So, where does this leave us? Well, it's a reminder that not all good deeds are created equal. Just because someone's doing something positive doesn't mean they're off the hook for their negatives. And as viewers, as consumers, as citizens of this planet, we need to keep asking the tough questions. Is this partnership a step in the right direction, or is it just another example of the rich rewriting the narrative? What do you think? Let me know in the comments below, and let's keep this conversation going.